What's up, everybody? Brett here, and we are back today playing some more Dota Underlords. Haven't really showcased this much on the channel, but that's because recently the game kind of stagnated a little bit. But they've just introduced a new Underlord, and I thought it'd be worth us checking it out. So let's go ahead and we'll do ranked multiplayer, standard, sure, ranked. There we go. Okay. Alright guys, so we'll get in. So, I've used this guy a few times to pretty great success. He's a really strong Underlord. And it seemed like, I don't know if he might have been a bit over-tuned at his introduction. But it seemed like every single person took him. And he's quite powerful. He does a lot of DPS, he does healing. He does, like, AoE CC, essentially. You'll see more of what I'm talking about as we get into the match. But yeah, so one of the things that I've been having trouble with in Underlords is that they removed a ton of the heroes, and this was a while back. I play Dota Underlords in my free time. Just kind of it's a game you can kind of play without having to pay too much attention. I can watch the news or something like that and just have it going on in the background. But in an attempt, I think, to balance the game, they took out too much. They removed the jail system, which initially for me was like, oh, that's awesome, that's great. It was a change that I wanted. Let's see, we'll just grab a bunch of stuff here right at the beginning. Perhaps something like this. I don't know. That's not very strong. We didn't really get any available synergies right in the beginning there. We'll move up a little bit. But yeah, they removed the jailbird system, which I didn't like. They had a lot of heroes in the game, and they felt like the meta was getting stale, some heroes were getting abused, and then, ooh, okay. Expecting my Crystal Maid not to last very long. Boom. Nice, that'll help. My Tiny just picked up 5 bonus damage off the Legion Commander. But then they went kind of the other way with it. Just as I thought they had kind of done what I was hoping they would do and remove that system, just let you play and let the meta evolve as it may, because I honestly didn't feel like the game was unbalanced really at all. That's just my opinion. But they went the other way with it, and they took a bunch of heroes out of the game that they felt like perhaps were too strong. But just as they're still adding stuff, like I think his name is Enno, the new guy. Are we gonna win this? Oh, he used his ability instead of attacking and he died. Unbelievable. Close one though. But yeah, just as they're still introducing some new stuff, like some of these new items, they've tweaked the items over time. I'm going to take a headdress. It's HP regen. We might end up going some sort of warrior, brute, brawny, who knows, type of synergy. We'll have to see what we get. Some decent early mages. Pair really well with what we have. Take a free reroll here. Even Tusk is good. Do something like this, perhaps? We've got Primordial 1, and we could very easily have mages here. So I'll keep trying to finish my dang train of thought. Basically what I'm saying is, it seems like their development is slowing down. I think that's because the player base for Underlords is shrinking. And for me, when that starts happening in a game, just let it all go, right? Just stop trying to control the meta and just give the players all the assets you have to play with. That'd just be my not so hot take on it. We took Tusk here, hedging a little bit towards warriors. But Primordial is a nice place to be. But Enigma is no longer in the game. I'm trying to think of all the Tide Hunter is not in the game anymore. A couple of different assassins aren't in. I don't think Templar Assassin or Phantom Assassin are in. Yeah, they just took out a bunch of really fun heroes that gave you lots of different reasons to go into lots of different builds. They took out Luna, probably a linchpin for the Knight build and the Elusive build. They took out Anti-Mage. I mean, they nerfed the game into the ground for reasons I don't truly understand. It's still fun, and I'd still recommend playing it. It didn't cost me anything. And it's a good little strategic time waster. So, because we also are kind of like siding into potentially into spirits, I think that could be a great pickup for us. I'll grab Beastmaster as well, but very soon we are going to start leveling, probably next turn. We'll just see how this shakes loose. Alright, double Chaos Knight, I gotta respect that. One of the strongest level 1 guys you can get. Storm Spirit should do quite a bit of damage here. Ooh, okay. These little Eidolons doing good damage for us. They're spawned, of course, whenever a Primordial unit dies. I don't think 2 of them will be able to kill a Chaos Knight with a Morbid Mask. Needed to kill him first to burst him down while we still had the DPS. Now he's the last one standing, and he's just going to heal himself up. It's a 30% lifesteal, which is kind of a lot. Mages, traditionally pretty weak in the beginning. I'll take all this and see what we get on the roll. Okay. I'm going to get rid of Beastmaster and Axe in favor of a level. And then we're going to put in Crystal Maiden. And what that's going to do is give us essentially 35% more magic damage.
We got this.
Happy to get the level 2 Razor as well. A lot more damage here. And we'll see that damage spike up. Our opponent has a level 2 Drow Ranger with a Morbid Mask. Also taking Earth Spirits. Looks like he might be going for a warrior build as well. I'm only kind of flirting with the idea. I'm not married to it. Nice. Got off one more. One more attack. And that's going to cause us to win. So we're still sitting at 98 health. We're pretty healthy relative to a lot of the other people in the game right now. Rango here is still at 100%. Legion Commander is a pretty easily abusable character now.
I think I'm gonna like it in White Spire.
Okay. There are some items that work really well with her ability to continuously stack damage. You just have to be careful about how you try and like farm that. Yeah, I don't see any real reason to change what we're doing here. Selling my 2 tusks wouldn't give me 10. So some of the changes that are worth talking about, they changed, in addition to removing lots of heroes, they also changed the economy system to max out interest at 30. So you don't have to save up to 50 anymore, you can stop saving at 30. And it honestly takes a lot of the focus off of the economy. I think what they were ultimately going for, I think a lot of people were complaining about the length of games. They added a new game mode that was much, much shorter. I don't really play that one myself because I actually prefer the long games. I mean, I was going like 50-round games, and I was having a lot of fun playing that way. But I guess a lot of other people were not feeling the same way. How many kills are on our Razor? Yes. Storm Spirit gets a lot of kills, giving him a Hand of Midas, especially if we can get him to level 2 pretty soon, would be great. Not too much reason to pick up. Scaled. Scaled, once again, got nerfed as well. Pretty much everything got nerfed. There just isn't as much variation. So we're going to keep rolling with this. Not going to spend any gold here to re-roll. We're going to try and get to 30 gold as fast as we can now. Level 2 Legion Commanders already picked up 25 bonus damage. Wouldn't be surprised if it picks up some more here. Ooh, Bloodlusted Quap. Yeah, it's gonna grab some more here. We might get the kill, but it already got the permanent damage. So that item that the Quap had, we can look at it. This Stonehall Pike. You'll see it gets bonus damage, so it's essentially the same thing as the Legion Commander's attack. And eventually you can have Legion Commanders that just do kind of really stupid damage. Happy to get a level 2 Crystal Maiden there. Let's do something like this, maybe. Yeah, you can get them to do absolutely stupid damage. And especially when you start mixing in all the different alliances that they benefit from. And let's watch at the end of our rounds, once we get gold, to see if our Hand of Midas, we have a 25% chance of getting 1 gold whenever it kills an enemy. And honestly, this item is much more useful for the attack speed, which we'll probably give to Ember Spirit once he gets in the battle. Right now, I'm looking for, Morphling would be a good pickup. It's both a mage and primordial, so it's like really one of the linchpin guys you want to get. Okay, and Ogre Magi is pretty cool too. I'm happy taking both of these. We're up to 30. I'm going to go down to 20 just to put in this Tusk. And I'm going to go ahead and give him the healing item. So we're still just sort of hedging our bets with the warrior. I mean, just a level 2 Tusk. We can use him for a while, and if we eventually we want to sell him in favor of more synergistic character, we certainly can. It's hard to pass up someone that's strong, though. There we go. Big damage from the Razor. Shot up to 2k in that one spell. Chaos Knight with 18 kills. Got a Hand of Midas, no surprise. Up to 20. Jesus. And we're winning. We're on a 5-win streak. So, picked a good time to record, I suppose. Let's see if we can keep that going. Mage is traditionally a lot stronger in the late game. Happy to get a level 2 Tiny here. So we're rocking 4 level 2s. Seems good. We can take a look at the type of alliances our opponents are working with. This guy's also kind of cutting me on Primordials and Warriors. So if he can get knocked out, Tear 2. He's on a bit of a streak too, though. So I wouldn't expect that anytime soon. So we've been silenced here by the taunt. Excellent throw from Tiny. Took Juggernaut off our front line. Man, Tiny did a lot of work. And then Crystal Maiden locking people down. Her ability Frostbite, if you've never seen that before. 5 seconds, 150 damage per second. And they can't be healed. Can't attack, can't move, can't heal. So we're going to take Enno here, Scavenger King. Lassos the enemy team and poisons them. I'm curious if they have changed him or not. I thought for sure this Deathspin used to have a healing component to them. But maybe they took that off. That really wouldn't surprise me. Let's roll here and see if we can get lucky, and we do. Okay, is there anything I want to get rid of here? No. We'll pick up Razor after our interest gets locked in. But that was a solid reroll, picking up 2 Razors like that. Every now and then you just kind of, you got to feel it. I felt like there was a chance. We're getting cut on Razors by Terry, or Tear 2. Tur 2, I don't know how you say your name, buddy. Yeah, we're getting cut. So if we can pick up 2 before he gets a chance to pick up 2, we've got a better odd of putting together a level 3 guy. So our dude can use Escape Artist. The first time he drops below 25, 50, or 75% health, he escapes in a cloud of smoke, purging all negative effects on him and reappearing elsewhere on the board, so he survives for a long time. He's usually the last thing alive. Enemies adjacent to Enno he escapes or reappears are stunned for 1.5 seconds. He also does Death Spin, shoots a poison dart up to 3 enemies that are within 3 cells, applying a stack of poison and dealing 30 physical damage per stack. I could have sworn that he did, I'll take that. That he healed with this as well. But I guess they must have changed that. And then here, all-out attack. Buff that up. This says, launches an all-out attack against all enemies within 2 cells, applying 5 stacks of poison and displacing the victims into a random cell. Enemies not involved just watch their crewmates get torn to pieces. So he has another one where he pulls them all up into the air on some ropes, and they all go into a giant ball and get, like, mashed up. I find it to be very good with a healing build, because it gives you a chance to cast certain healing spells or what have you. Because it lasts for like a couple seconds. So you kind of get a chance to reset your cooldowns and stuff while they're up in there. No, I mean, this is it. This is the same ability. So they must have had a change as recent as like 2 days ago. I didn't read the patch notes from today or anything. But no, there must have been an update. He must have been performing too well. And that does not surprise me. He was definitely way too strong. I don't think we're going to make it out of this. He's doing a lot of damage, but that's not going to be enough. So we're going to lose our streak here to Jason, who leveled. We could have leveled this turn. It probably would have been worth it for 1 gold loss in interest to keep our streak. We could have put in someone like Morphling. Would have given us another Eidolon. Its magic damage would be amplified by our mage synergies. This is a great pickup. I'm very happy to see. All that is good. Very, very good. Okay. So now it's tempting to put in like a Morphling or an Ogre or an Ember, but the thing is that none of them will benefit.
Man, they're tough.
Or we won't benefit at all. We're not going to increase an alliance in any dimension. Not mage, not primordial, not warrior, and not spirit by including any of these guys. So our best bet is just to include another level 2 Razor who's been performing like extremely well for us. And who also still benefits from the increased magic damage and spawning an Eidolon. So I'd rather have a tier 2 Razor than one of these that doesn't contribute to an alliance. So we're being cut here. So someone else is going elementals, and it's this RR guy. Yeah, he's cutting us in everything. Oh, we need this guy to lose. He's down to 52 life. We can pick up Io. Pump 2 levels here. We could pump 2 more levels and go up to 7. I think I'm going to do that. And we're going to throw in Morphling. See if that feels right. So I put the Desolator on Razor because he has a quick attack rate. And he's been surviving for quite some time. Another person just randomly started going Razors. So we've got 6 of them. We need 3 more in order to make a level 3. But we're being cut in a lot of weird ways by a lot of people. Once people start dropping off, we've got some guys that are in their low 50s. Ooh, RR is down to 38. He's the guy we want out. Probably the most. He's basically got our build minus a few things. Our level 2 Crystal Maiden seems to be a bit unique. And just to guarantee our win and the potential like extra win streak that we could start, I think it was correct to miss out on 1 gold's interest there. And then we can just kind of sit out this turn. See, this guy here, yeah, he's getting all of his spirits leveled up. I'm not willing to ditch them yet. Although these other 2 guys have managed to put them together completely. Level 2, level 2, level 2. Yeah. It's all RNG at this point. It's what can we get, what do they see, what do we see. Make sure we keep our economy strong. That way if the time comes where we ever feel like we need to push, yeah, and they put me against RR again and I smashed him. I'm happy every time they put me against him because I know I'm going to do serious damage to him and push him closer to the edge. Yeah, and I also hurt Rango as well by 10. Interesting. I seem to be executing a lot of people, doing a lot of damage every time they do that. Go 2 more. Pump, pump. I could roll, but even if I rolled, I would put me below 30 to buy anything. I'm just going to chill. I'm kind of happy like this. I'm going to switch this item to this Razor here. See if maybe it gets a little bit more healing out of that. If this was the level 2 Morphling, I would give him the Desolator. Okay, they got a big jewel in the front, acting as their tank. This looks like a tough fight for us. There's a lot of healing on this side. Dang, it's hard for me to even tell what's going on, really. Jewel lasting this long is scary because he can end up getting like big burst heals. Come on, guys, do it. Okay, looks like we might have this in the bag. I mean, Weaver with those buffs is pretty damn strong, but we took him out. Okay, cool. Not even gonna try to pronounce this guy's name. I don't speak. Was it Mandarin, Cantonese, one of those? Yeah, I don't speak either. Okay. Let's go something like this. So we want the Pipe of Insight. We'll see what we get offered here. Perfect. Alright, so Pipe of Insight. Plus 50% magic resistance. Once the first enemy has 100% mana, apply a shield that blocks 225 magic damage to allies up to 1 cell away once per battle. Alright, Rango. Didn't we just fight Rango? This is the same guy. Tusk went down really fast. Our Pipe of Insight is up. Should protect us from some burst damage. It's not a huge... I mean, 225 damage is not nothing. Okay, Razor. Our Eidolons are doing good work, but their spiders are kind of tearing into them. And every time we miss, Jewel gets a chance to heal just a bit more. We're not focusing, so we're probably going to lose. That hurt. And that crushes our streak. Yeah, the spiders. We weren't focusing our attacks. We needed to kill one or the other. This guy went down to 18 on the Weaver. Ooh, a Keeper. That's a great pickup. Another level 2 Tiny as well. I'm actually tempted just to get rid of this Tusk. Grab another Tiny. Because he'll spawn. We're going to adjust our build now. This is not at all what I want to do. But we'll fix it a little bit better after this. Trying to think, because we want to get this Coddle in there. He does so much damage with Illuminate. But we need a strong front line. Our front line is getting walked over. If I really knew about the changes to Enno, I might have... I mean, I know I wanted to test him out for the purpose of this video to showcase him to you guys. But Jewel probably would have been a better bet for us. Because we needed another frontliner. Yeah, we're getting beat up a little bit now. I think everybody's kind of catching up to us. We could have very easily gone up to 8 this turn and not really missed the gold too much. Try to ensure that we, you know, stay pretty healthy. Arnar is looking like he's about to go out. I'll pick up Ogre. We'll level up twice, and just like that, we're good to go. Something like that. I don't want Pipe on him at all. Yeah, I didn't do that quite fast enough, sadly. Faster attack speed on him would be good. The Desolator is also fine. The main thing is we want to get our Keeper of the Light tucked in the corner. Unfortunately for us, we got wrecked by a Pudge who just kind of hooked him out. We'll see. This guy's on a hot streak. Maybe we'll be able to take him, though. And it looks like we have. Very good. So we're going to focus on trying to order these items. So we've almost got the second tier of Mage. We've almost got second tier Primordial. Wow. Earth Spirit, Wisp. How do I want to do this? It's probably fine. Morphling and Storm Spirit and Ember Spirit kind of like jump out in front. Enno is going to take a little bit of damage up front, and then he's going to disappear and stun people. He's kind of fine being in the front. I almost kind of want him to switch with one of the tinies. Yeah, see, they have a coddle here. Can we kill him? No, it looks like his coddle wrecked my coddle before I could do anything. Feels pretty bad. Yeah, we're going to lose kind of rough here to this RR guy, who has our exact build. Happy that we have one level of human, though. We're generating a bit more mana. Yeah, I mean, that fight basically came down to the fact that his coddle shot before ours. Ugh. Yeah. I'm not huge on this Wisp. Let's keep going for the... I didn't need to sell both of them, obviously. But that allows me to pump an extra bit this turn.
You can't keep a good spirit down.
Thing is, there's only room for 4 primordials, and if I get a chance to take, God dang it, what's his name? Man, I can't remember his name. Purple guy with no eyes. Faceless Void. If I get a chance to take him, I'm gonna go for that. What was he doing that whole time? Was he just watching the fight? I think so. Okay, our coddle shot, but he shot kind of in a weird spot. Had he shot up here, I think he would have done more damage. Okay, and we win one, finally. Kind of hoping someone else knocks out R&R for me. And just floods the market, so to speak, with all the different things that I want to get. No, he's still in it. Reduces ability cooldown. Target buddy could be good. Excuse me. Let's go for Octarine Essence. I'm going to give that to him. Give that there. Don't need any of that. We'll pump 2 more times. And you know what? I'm also very tempted to go up 1 more time. Let's do it. And that gives us a few things. That gives us an Ogre Magi, which gives us the Mage bonus. So we just added 50% more damage, or sorry, 40% more damage. Magic-wise to the board. And Ogre Magi, he might get a chance to cast some Bloodlust on a few people before the battle really gets underway. We lose 1 gold there, but I think it should be worth it. Keep us healthy. Could have considered putting in Earth Spirit as well to finally get the Spirit bonus. And Eidolon's doing some work for me. Dang. Did we get penalized for that? Looks like we might have. Storm Spirit with a Chrysalis is pretty dangerous. So I gave the Octarine here. What is the cooldown? 2.8 seconds. Maybe we switch these up. Tons of wave forming. Lots of purples that we can't really use. I could take out the level 2 Tiny and put in the level 1 Earth Spirit. I would do it in a heartbeat if this was a level 2 Earth Spirit. But we're getting an Eidolon from this. Watching the mana versus the cooldown on the Morphling to see if it's worth it for the Octarine, and it seems like it is. They're kind of well timed right now. The level 3 Quap with a Stonehull Pike. Pretty damn dangerous. Good job. Storm Spirit, and he gets stunned by a Jewel Cask. So we're kind of losing a little bit, and the guy that we thought we were going to knock out early R&R is still in, holding on to like every unit that we could possibly want. Yeah, I mean everything. Come on, man. We need him to lose. Down to 4. We're still the healthiest people in the game, so don't get me wrong. We're technically winning. And if I had to pull a fast one, I could just like use all my gold to level. Yeah. I didn't actually mean to put that last point. Ugh. Okay. Not a big deal. We're only 25 away from leveling. We could do that right now and then put in the Earth Spirit.
Every valley rises to a peak.
Would like to see a Lich. Would like to see a Faceless Void. Or a, man, what is that guy called? Not gonna remember. Shadow Spirit? Any of the aces for our respective alliances would be good. Could really use 2 more Coddles, but it seems like 2 other players are using them right now. A level 2 Coddle is much better, not just because he does a lot more damage, but also because just with extra health he tends to survive to guarantee that he uses one of his attacks. Like, we got crushed there, and that doesn't surprise me at all. The HP regen synergy is great when you add Jewel to the mix, because he also gets to benefit from the, what do you call that alliance? From Scrappy. Ooh, and they have a Gyrocopter too. Might be the best character in the game, Gyrocopter. He does the most damage that I've seen. Him, Dragonite,
Not exactly what I was
pretty up there. Okay. They've got some Scrappy. In order for Jewel to get the Scrappy bonus, which makes him really hard to kill, he's got to have, you've got to have the full Scrappy bonus, and that applies it to everyone in your party. And he gets armor and HP regen. How strong is this? Look at the bonus damage with a Silver Edge. We won there. Rango's getting close to the edge. Oh, it looks like, R&R got knocked out. Perfect. So lots of things we want have just been reintroduced into the pool. And it looks like everyone who was cutting us is gone. Terror is gone, and so is R&R. That's perfect. Now we have to make some concessions here. I'm going to get rid of Crystal Maiden.
I will restore balance.
I'm going to roll here, and of course I get another Crystal Maiden. It might be more valuable to get one, and it's not Shadow Spirit, Void Spirit, of course. One level 1 Void Spirit. He gives me the Ace bonus, and he gives me the Elemental bonus, in addition to just being plain old strong. Plus 50... No. Charge Spirits deal 100% more attack damage, is the Ace ability that he gets. Alright, we can watch. Sniper's doing a lot of damage. Yeah, we're gonna have trouble with this guy. We're not able to burst him down fast enough. We have to hope that one of these other people can deal with him. Wouldn't be surprised if Rango goes soon. I think we beat Rango. Very paper, scissors, rock type game right now. Refresher Orb or a Moon Shard? Refresher Orb is traditionally amazing. We could give that here to Coddle. Or we could give it here. That's great. That's great. Wow, we need all of that. Yeah, we're going to put that down. We're a little boxed up here. Perhaps that's wrong. But we really just want to protect our Coddle. Let's see how we do. Still just a level 1 Gyro. He died right away. What the hell killed him? They must have Deadeye. And they just sniped out Coddle instantly. But man, we crushed Rango. Okay, so at the very least, we're going down in 3rd place, which is a respectable finish. But let's see if we can't win this. Would really like to get a level 3 something. And with 4 strong spirits on the board, that ace bonus is better than ever. So if you haven't noticed what spirits do, they kind of make like a triangle of damage. And they each kind of had their own little effect. We could attempt to roll now for a lot of stuff. Like, that is something we really want.
I will shade the battlefield.
And I think because this game is pretty close to over Faceless Void. Oh, we want that. But what do we get rid of? Razor's what we're closest to tier 3.
I will strike them down.
Dang. He gives us Primordial, but what do we ditch for that? There's nothing we really can ditch. We could get rid of one of our spirits. He's great, but he's... Yeah. We're gonna get hurt bad here. I think our option is to just try and get a level 3 something here. Because we're losing to Jason. Jason's beating... Looks like probably both of us. Okay. Time to roll quickly. Oh, and then we get a Lich. Jesus. Okay. Damn.
Whitespire will bend to my will.
That'll give us the Lich bonus. We can buy that right back. Another Faceless Void. Yeah, we needed to see some other stuff. I feel like that's just it for us. We'll see how Lich does. He doesn't really do a ton of damage at level 1. It's level 2 where he gets good. The problem is our Keeper did 21 damage. He's not surviving. He's getting sniped out instantly. And he's got our Refresher Orb. Oh, no, he doesn't actually. I gave that to the Spirit. Yeah. Oh well, we tried. 3rd place. Not terrible. I find in this game that I'm having a lot of trouble getting anything to level 3, even the really, really cheap stuff. And I don't know if it's something that I'm doing or if it's just the math and how it's been checking out. But we can kind of watch here. We can spectate for a second, see who wins. He just put together a level 2 Warlord. So that gives him Troll level 1. That's basically it. Is he going to give him... I would... Butterfly, maybe. Probably give him Shadow Demon's Midas at the very least. Increases attack speed. So that he can get going to that even faster attack speed. But Butterfly is a great item on Dragon Knight. But if he's only level 1, I would definitely give it to Troll Warlord. I mean, that's crazy not to do that. Chaos Knight's his big hitter. See his damage shots up? Yeah, when he's the only demon. And he's got massive health. Jesus, 97 kill count with a Stonehall cloak. 9,350. That's crazy. That's the most I've ever seen on this. That might be the most kills I've ever seen on a single unit. Jeez. I mean, he's got a pretty weak build overall. This one unit, though, is so overpowering. It absorbs so much damage, it just couldn't be killed. It more than doubles its HP at the beginning of the battle, and it just, because it snowballed to this point, it's just going to get worse and worse. Yeah, I would definitely put the Butterfly. Butterfly gives attack damage, speed, and evasion. Troll Warlord, unless this is a level 2 Dragonite, I would definitely switch. This guy's got a level 2 Dragonite. He's also got this level 2 Gyrocopter with a Maelstrom. So let's see. We know Chaos Knight's going to do awesome. Let's see what's doing all the damage on this side. Dragonite does splash damage, so it's really detrimental that he's facing the wrong way. Gyrocopter forced to use its attack on a single target. See if this Chaos Knight can kind of hold it down by itself. A level 2 Sven with a Morbid Mask. That's pretty strong. You don't see that very often. But it does splash damage, great cleave. So he's getting lifesteal off of all of that. That splash damage. Wow. Yeah. He got 5 of the kills in that last battle. That's insane. Yeah, he's getting carried hard by this Chaos Knight. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's part of his build. Omni Knight next to him, going to be keeping him alive, getting that Knight bonus. He's got 6 of them, so they're doing... Okay, he's changing up his formation. I don't blame him, because he's very blocky, and that works out really badly for you when you're fighting against a gyrocopter. Plus, he's got a melee-centric build, so he wants to be, like, right on them. And he just put together a level 2 Dragonite, so this Butterfly is going to be good now. The problem is... No, it's not a problem. He's got a level 2 Viper. Okay. I was just going to say, I didn't actually remember whether or not he had another dragon, but he's got that Viper in the corner, so he will transform. He will do... He'll be a red dragon now, which does splash damage, I think in addition to poison. Yeah, in addition to poisoning enemies. So we'll see him contribute a lot more to the damage now. But he kind of made another big block. I probably would have spread out along the entire line. Keeping my knights together, of course, for the defensive bonuses. Picked up a Shiva's Guard, 10 armor. Emits a freezing wave that deals 250 damage to enemies within 3 cells and slows their movement attack speed by -45 for 4 seconds. And that's going to be it. So Jason ends up winning there. Kind of a dark horse. I didn't feel like we were strong to win there unless we picked up the right pieces at the right time, which we sadly didn't do. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little take on some Dota Underlords. It's a game that I like to play. It's very casual for me. There was a time when I was winning left and right. But that is no longer the case. I feel out of place in the current meta, especially with a large portion of my favorite heroes to play were removed. A lot of my favorite synergies and stuff, they were all removed. And yeah, it just feels more bare bones. I'm happy to see that they're still introducing stuff like Enno. He's cool. They're still tweaking it, so they haven't given up on this game like they did on Artifact. But anyway, it's fun. It's free. You can't really go wrong. But alright guys, without any further ado, thanks so much for watching. I'm Brett, my channel is Goodtalk Gaming. And as always y'all, I will see you in the next one. Take care guys.